Is Trustee Holmes getting on or the mayor?
Good question.
Getting on or the mayor?
Good question.
We are live.
Okay. Attorney, is the mayor getting on tonight? Anybody know?
I doubt it.
She's speaking with Trustee Holmes right now, so I will get her attention.
Okay, thank you. Anybody know?
Let's go and get it going.
This is my email. Okay. Opening up my email. There we go. Okay. Got it. The agenda.
She asked if you can give her a moment.
Sure.
Come on. Let's...
She's logging in now.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Feel better, Clerk Key. Please get better.
Thank you. I'm trying.
I have some elderberry gummies. I have some elderberry gummies if you need me to.
I actually just drank some elderberry tea.
Okay. As long as you got your elderberry in, it's okay with me.
I just drank elderberry tea. I forgot I bought it.
It worked out.
Yeah, it actually opened me up to do this meeting.
Perfect. I was supposed to get Trustee House some. I forgot to give them to him.
What, some elderberry?
Yeah, I have the gummies.
Oh, I used to have those, yeah.
I was like, and I don't even take them. Like, yeah, you just reminded me. I'm gonna take one today.
Well, I make sea moss, so I put it in my sea moss as well.
Really? Now, do you normally take sea moss every day?
Yeah. Most of the time.
How do you take it? Is it liquid? Is it powder?
I actually make it, and it's usually in like a gel form.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
I just wanted to remind everybody, we're live right now.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, why are we live and we're not started?
I told everybody I'm going live. We want to wait for the mayor.
The mayor, she can't get in. It says she's connecting to audio, but on my end, but on her end, it doesn't show her as a participant.
It's still saying connecting to audio, her mayor and you. What's going on? Is she still trying? Hold on, I'm about to let her in. I'm about to let her in now.
Okay. Okay, she's going to use Miss Brown's login because it won't allow her to connect.
And then what my other thing is? Where's that other iPad? Yeah, that way, and then you can just swap me out.
Whatever one you're
I
on.
don't know how you cut this out. I didn't know if it's in connected, but we can see nothing. I ain't even know we can.
But I I can't see where it is now.
I know I'm trying to figure it out now. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm on Dorothy's iPad because it keep kicking me out on whatever link y'all sent. I think that's trying to go back like that. Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, residents, Board of Trustees, and department heads, if you're watching. I would like to call to order a special board meeting of a committee of the whole via Zoom live stream on YouTube, Monday, December 6th, and the time is 6:19 p.m. Can you call the roll, Clerk Key?
Sure. Trustee Holmes,
Present.
Trustee Norwood,
Present.
Trustee Steve,
Present.
Trustee Belcher,
Here.
I'm sorry, guys, Belcher,
Here.
I'm sorry, Trustee House,
Present.
and Trustee Brown.
Present.
Okay, we have a quorum.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll begin by doing pledge allegiance, if everyone will stand for that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America.
and
And
to
to
the
the republic for
republic
which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, if we could, have Trustee Brown lead us in prayer.
Father God, we ask you this evening to allow us to have a successful board meeting, to bring this village back together in one, all in one accord. Ask these things in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Man.
That's it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Next, we have general announcements. What's that? Next, we have general announcements. Are there any announcements?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Trustee.
Two things. We have tea with the trustees coming up this Saturday. There's going to be food. It's going to be breakfast there. It's going to be games. It's going to be the clerk will be giving out food boxes and coats. So we invite all the residents to come out to this weekend's edition of Tea with the Trustees at the Park District. It starts at 9:30. Residents, you are welcome. Come enjoy yourself for the holidays. Come and talk to your trustees, give your input, give your suggestions, be able to talk freely to your elected officials. That is this Saturday at 9:30.
Yeah.
Also, this is live streamed to the Dalton Trustee YouTube page. So we'll be producing more content for that page as well. So if you want to, subscribe to that page and look out for the content of things from the trustees. That's it for my announcement.
All right. Anyone else?
Yes, Mayor, I have an announcement.
All right, go ahead.
I would just like to invite all of Dalton residents out next Friday, December the 17th, to Linwood Skating. rink. We're having a skating with the trustees on next Friday from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Any feel free to email me at bnorwood@vodalton.org or free to give me a call to RSVP at 708-968-4257. Thank you. That's it for my announcement, Mayor.
Yeah, it'll work out for now. All right, thank you. Anyone else with any more announcements? Okay, moving on to order of business, discussion only. We're gonna, item A, there are 3 referendum questions to be voted by the residents of the Village of Dalton on June 28th of 2020. The first one is a referendum establish a recall mechanism which would allow the electoral to recall and remove the village president, mayor of the Village of Dalton. And number 2, a referendum recalling and removing Tiffany A. Hilliard as village president, mayor of the Village of Dalton. Y'all, I spell Aisha. It's Tiffany Aisha, Aisha Hilliard. And then number 3, a referendum to implement policies and actions to promote governmental cooperation to enhance public safety, economic development, and beautification efforts for the Village of Dalton. Those are the 3 questions being discussed tonight. Board of Trustees, you have the floor, and I will try my best to get through this too. I am a little hoarse, so I hope y'all can hear me. If you can't, just ask me to repeat it, and I will. So it's open for a discussion. Anybody want to go first? Board of Trustees, you guys put this on here, so the floor is yours for whichever trustee would like to explain to the residents why we have these 3 referendum questions on the ballot and not any different questions on the ballot.
Mayor, it's Mike McGrath.
Okay.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees. In essence, Mayor, you'll recall that a number of years back, the village passed an ordinance which established a recall mechanism to recall the mayor for the Village of Dalton. You were the head of a group that appealed that ordinance to circuit court, and it went all the way up to the appellate court, and that ordinance was invalidated because under the Illinois Municipal Code, you cannot just pass the ordinance, it has to go to referendum first. So we were asked to prepare the referendum question on behalf of the Board of Trustees, which would establish the recall mechanism if this referendum question appears on the June 28th, 2022 ballot. And the second referendum question would apply if the first referendum question is approved by the electorate, that being the voters of the Village of Dalton. The second question would then, or the voters would move on to the second question, asking them whether or not they should recall or remove Mayor Haynard as village president / mayor of the Village of Dalton. That would take an affirmative vote by the electorate on the June 28th, 2022 election. And then the third referendum question is a policy question on whether the Village of Dalton should implement policies and actions to promote governmental cooperation to enhance public safety, economic development, and beautification efforts for the Village of Dalton. So those are the 3 referendum questions that have been prepared. I believe there is a special board meeting that has been posted for these items to be voted on. I believe that the Board of Trustees sent out emails to you and the village clerk and the village administrator asking that these referendum questions appear at tonight's regular city council agenda. And because they were not placed on tonight's agenda, the village board moved ahead and called this special meeting. I believe that the village board asked for these 3 referendum questions to be placed on tonight's regular village board meeting agenda last week by the deadline that's been set by the administration. However, the administration has declined to put these items on tonight's agenda, and that is why tonight's special meeting has been called.
Okay, thank you, attorney. So to my board of trustees, what is going on? Why do y'all have these 3 questions on the ballot? You guys put it on here, so please explain to the people. What's the cause for the 3 questions that you guys are seeking? So I'd like to hear from each of you, well, why you feel that you should remove me from office. And I guess whoever initiated can start. Do anybody got comments as it relates to this? Or y'all gonna all be mute? Because y'all are the ones.
Mayor, if I could
no.
just follow up on that, it's not actually the village board that would be establishing the recall mechanism or voting to remove you from office. They are putting it up to the voters of the village of Dalton to make those decisions.
Okay, attorney, I don't need you any longer. I want to hear from my board of trustees because they the one that are initiating this and they tell you what to do. And that means that you the one wrote this for them. So it's their opinion of why it's structured here at a board meeting currently. Thank you for your comments and how you explain everything. That's why you don't hear me refer to the attorney that the village do have, which is Shantae Rames. I'm referring to each trustee to explain to the voters, because that's what we do. We talk to the voters of why we implemented these 3 questions for a referendum question. Yes, you can and probably will give your legal opinion, which you just did. Yes, the voters do have to vote on this. The board of trustees needs to explain to the public, meaning the residents, of why did you guys go out for questions as it relates to the recall of my seat, Mayor Tiffany Aisha Hilliard, and why did you just put the mayor on this recall? Why didn't you do everyone? As you just recited, attorney, it was illegal to recall anyone. We've been down this road in 2015, 16, whatever year it was, with the previous mayor, Mayor Rogers, trying to remove myself, Stan Brown, and Robert Hunt in a recall, and he was not successful. Of course, the courts threw it out because you cannot recall elected official in the matter that he tried to do. So here we are. So now I'm speaking to my board of trustees, because the problem is we don't talk, and this is where we talk at. So it's not time for you guys to be mute. It's time for you to let your voices be heard and tell us why you feel the need to put 3 questions like this on the ballot. And if that's the case, add everyone for a recall. I haven't done nothing wrong as it relates to anything corrupt, any theft, any stealing, and you guys are in y'all feelings, and I advise y'all all to get out of y'all feelings so that we can move forward with village business and stop with the hatred and the dislike of each other. Because just like y'all recalled me, I could have recalled y'all. But by it being illegal to do, I didn't even touch it. Because right now, my focus is strictly the people, it's strictly to basically do what we all got elected for, which is to do village business. And right now, this little pony show is not cool. I think you guys need to explain to the voters why the referendum questions on here. No, they don't want to hear from attorneys. They want to hear from the board of trustees who are directing attorneys to basically put these 3 questions on the ballot for a referendum. So any trustee can comment. Shantae, what's this? Does this kick me out? So why I say join?
I don't know, but you're still on.
Okay. All right, trustees. I guess we'll start with Trustee Steves. Let's start with you. You want to respond to why you guys have these 3 questions on here for removal of myself?
No, I do not.
Wait a minute, let me make sure I get this understood. So you are in support of the 3 referendum questions, are you not?
I think it's very clear what we're in support of. So we can move. I mean, you can ask us all questions, but we're gonna move forward.
Okay, so you are consider you are in agreement with the 3 questions. Thank you, sir. Trustee Brown. Do you want to respond to why the 3 questions are on here for just myself?
No, ma'am. I am in agreement as trustee Steve, and the questions speak for themselves, so I have no further comment. Thank
Okay.
you.
Trustee Norwood, would you like to give reason for the 3 questions or why you're in support of the 3 questions?
No, Mayor, I just like to move forward.
Okay. Trustee House, would you like to explain to voters your support of the 3 questions?
Well, I'll say this is obviously a tough thought, a tough vote, a tough decision. So there's concern, and I'll say this, concern from the board, but also concern that I'm here that I and other board members may or may not agree. Well, I'm sure they would agree in the direction that things are going, increase in spending, concerns over spending, increase in crime, and without having enough officers out there, and the hiring practices and things like that have caused the residents to have great concern, and they asked for different ways to have if it was possible. I would say I had a lot of mixed emotions or mixed feelings about this, but ultimately I'm in agreement with it. So for my reasoning, and I think we're trying to not make this a long, drawn out back and forth process, because one of the things that ends up happening in here is we make a comment, then there's a counter argument, and the overall feeling to me within the village is one of hostility. So you made a couple of comments about being in their feelings and petty and everything else. To me, it's not about being in feelings or anything like that. There's real concerns about the direction we're going in. And the hope would have been or would be that there would be some kind of a platform where we really can have real conversations and work it out. My sense is that it's gone in the wrong direction, and I would love to see how it could go in a better direction, but I'm struggling with seeing another direction. So I'm in support for those reasons.
Okay. So Trustee House, you feel that because you guys don't agree with certain things that I do, that I should be removed from office, that you ran on my ticket with you and Trustee Belcher, that I helped win your seats by making sure you guys have my supporters as well, to remove me and not ask the people their opinion as relates to removing myself or any of you. I never ever went after any of your seats as it relates to a recall, because again, been down that road with the previous mayor as it relates to a recall. We are elected by the people. The people elected me to be their chair, regardless of what any of you think of that or agree with that. They elected me, just like they elected each of you to be their trustee. So when you want to recall someone, what you should have done, and all of you should have done, is you wait till the next cycle, the next election, and you go after their seats like I did with the previous mayor. So if any of you wanted my seat, you should have ran for it, and y'all didn't. You or Trustee Belcher. So all I'm saying to you guys is, I think that's unfair. And the reason why I speak to you two, because you two was on my ticket. You two was part of my team. And I feel that things have gotten out of hand as relates to you guys thinking y'all could just move how you want because you have the votes or because you guys are trustees. And what you do is y'all make laws. What I do is I govern. I would never, ever take the voice of the people by trying to recall any of your seats. That's why you don't see me with petitions that say recall any of your seats, because again, you all are elected by the people. When that time comes and it comes to come out to your seats, I will. But at this point in time, I have not come out to anybody's seats. And I just think that's unfair to you guys, to the residents, to allow you guys to put up 3 questions. Don't give any clarity as to why you all are going out the seats. And I'm speaking for the other 3 that said they didn't want to comment. They just want to go with the majority, or y'all want to go with what's popular and not give an opinion of why. Because I could sit here and say several different things of what I feel y'all do wrong or what I feel I don't like about y'all. That's not politics. Politics ain't about who like who. Politics is about getting the job done, doing the will of the people. That's it. That's all. And currently right now, that's not what we're doing. We're sitting here at a special board meeting, going back and forth over should you guys remove me as mayor. I haven't done anything, again, illegal, corrupt, or anything to be recalled. I wish y'all would put the same amount of energy into other people that have done really bad things when they sat in the seat and tried to go out to their seat, but y'all all sat there on mute. And I'm talking about the previous trustees that were sitting on this board. As it relates to the referendum questions, I feel if you're going to go out to one, and Jason, you know, you can contest to this, you should go out to everybody. That means the clerk included and the trustees. So if y'all want to do a recall, be fair. Let the people speak to that. And right now, y'all not doing that. You guys are hiding, throwing a rock and hiding your hand because you're not letting the people have the opportunity to sign. Do like I do. I went out, got signatures to anything that I'm trying to push as relates to referendum questions. I did not come up here and have people vote on stuff as a recall. You could have voted on 3 questions that benefited the actual people, and y'all not doing it. Y'all voting on stuff because of your hatred towards me, your dislike towards me, and that's not right. Again, I have a base, I have a following, and y'all said, well, you said, hold on 1 minute. Got a new cup too. I have a base. Basically, I feel that you guys should basically went to the people's door like we do when we're campaigning for ourselves. And we didn't do that. Well, not we. You guys didn't do that. Y'all just picked one title, which is mayor. And you know that better than anybody, because when me and the previous mayor went back and forth, when he put on term limits just for trustees, we put term limits on for him as well, and the people voted for it. So my thing to you is, you know better, but you're not doing better. You basically just going along with everybody. And I thought out of you, because you are the senior trustee, you've been around the block with me. I remember when Riley tried to recall your seat. And when I was a trustee Henry stood in the fire for you, along with myself and Deborah Denton, when he was trying to reduce the board of trustees from 6 to 4. So that means that you, Trustee House, would have had to rerun for your seat. You guys didn't give it no energy, no time. But me, I was pregnant and all, sat there fighting with Riley at the Calumet City Library to make sure that we all retained our seats. And guess what? I was victorious. We retained our seats. You benefited from my efforts, and you wouldn't even fight for your own seat at that time. So it's kind of amazing. Like I'm saying to myself, how dare you come after my seat after you just ran with me for mayor and push me for mayor. And then all of a sudden you got a problem with how things are going. When I've asked all of you several times, man, let's talk, let's sit down, let's go over things. Matter of fact, let's do a retreat. I even try to pay for it out of my pocket, emailed everybody about a retreat so that we can all sing Kumbaya, get along, and show unity amongst community, which community so desperately wanted to see. But yet we didn't do that, because everybody got in their feelings. Y'all kept this line of defense as it relates to, oh, we just hate the mayor, we don't like nothing she do. And I don't do nothing but do the will of the people, work for the people, nothing else. So again, I ask you guys, you should reconsider what you're trying to do right now, because it's going to cost the village money and time. And the same people that I fired again, McGrath, y'all attorney McGrath, and he was Murphy at the time, John Murphy, you guys bought back. The same people that I had to fight against as related to the mayor trying to do a recall for myself and you and everybody else, we had to fight against that same law firm. So all I'm saying to you is they're doing the same tricks, and it sounds like a money grab, a money bag grab, and I don't appreciate them getting rich off of y'all knowledge for how this works. I just think that we shouldn't do that, because it's gonna cost on both ends. It's gonna cost the village attorneys to do the work. It's gonna cost for y'all legislation to do the work, which I'm pretty sure that's what they want us to do. So now we're gonna pay them to fight amongst ourselves. And what I don't like about us as a race, meaning Black people, we sit here and we let people tear us apart. We let people sit here and do this, and we clash. And all we have to do is have a whole conversation offline and talk about whatever we need to do, fix it. And I don't even care how fake it is, because what politics is. Some of the politicians are fake. And you sit here and you sing Kumbaya for the people. And the people told me as I door knocked that they didn't like the discord or the hatred that you guys show for me. And y'all just showing them exactly what it is. And they are seeing this, and they are basically saying currently now that, why aren't y'all saying, well, I want to recall the mayor? Why are y'all doing this to the mayor? Because at the end of the day, why can't we recall y'all? That's what they saying. And all I'm saying to you is, yep, I agree. Because if y'all don't like me, guess what? It's people that don't like y'all that's in the community or don't like how y'all handling business. So all I'm asking again is for you guys to reconsider what you're about to do, because it's going to cause an arm and leg in litigation, which I keep stating. I'm going to state it again. This is illegal. It's unjust. It's not proper. You guys are way beyond your means as it relates to a recall. For me, Tiffany Henry, I've done nothing but hit the ground running for the last 6 months that I've been in office, and I've done nothing but good stuff for the people. I've done streets, sidewalks, alleys that we never done before. That's on the list. Trim trees, do amnesty programs, do foot patrols, help with the fire department, public works, which was in ruins thanks to Trustees. He was over it when Matt Stacy was here, and nothing happened. So I can go on and on and on and on and on and on about all the things that I've accomplished within 6 months. So for you guys to get at this point, I just think that's not right. Y'all wrong for that. And I think anybody could have picked up a phone and had a whole conversation before y'all got to this point. Then y'all told me at the last meeting that you wanted to come out of this. Y'all wanted to come out of this situation and not go into the new year this way. You stated that y'all wanted to basically have a short meeting, but yet y'all did this. So I guess y'all wanted to be the vision along the way for the next year, or next election is next year, September. And that's a shame that it will have to be this way, because it did not have to be this way. It could have been more cordial, and we could at least sat down and talked about it before we went this way. So with that being said, Trustee House, I thank you for your comment. Trustee Belcher, do you have anything you would like to say as relates to the 3 questions that's on here? Because what time is it? We have another meeting. Hold on 1 minute, Trustee. We have another meeting at 6:30. I'm just trying to get all my points out. Y'all say y'all want to be long. I'm just trying to make sure whoever want to talk. That's why I went one by one. Trustee Belcher, do you have anything you want to say or add as it relates to the recall and why you have the questions on here?
Not at this time. You've proven my point. Thank you.
Okay. And I think I said what I need to say about you, but I'll still hint on it. When you came to me to run for trustee on my ticket, I was hesitant. And a lot of people told me, don't even allow you to be on my ticket. I did that. Even though everybody told me what it would be or what it would become. I just think that from you, trustee, you had the opportunity to do something that you tried to do 3 different times. And I just feel that you're wrong for sitting there trying to recall someone. Well, yeah, you ran for mayor, got like 100 votes. Yeah, you're right. But what I'm saying to you is that I just don't think that's right on your positioning, but you don't have one right now. It's like everyone got something to say to it's time to have something to say. All y'all on mute and don't have nothing to say as it relates to the recall. I just think it's wrong. I do. I think the people need to hear why y'all having a recall. Then on top of that, you guys put for a special board meeting for Wednesday. When y'all put the special board meeting for Wednesday, the problem I got with that, I sent the email. Again, y'all trying to mute the residents, and I've been saying this and saying this. Y'all put it at 10 a.m. We never have board meetings at 10 a.m. Our board meetings is at 6:30 for the simple fact that people do work a 9 to 5, and y'all know that. I don't think that's right. Y'all need to change that once again and make it at 6:30 if you want to have a special board meeting. So y'all know we scheduled to have a board meeting at 6:30 tonight. So does that mean you guys don't want to have the meeting tonight? Y'all don't want to pay the bills? You don't want to pass all the things that's on the agenda that's needed? So I just don't like all the games or people wasting time. I don't like the fact that we have structure as relates to a CAL meeting, which Trustee House has stated several times. You said to us, follow the CAL ordinance, or I guess I don't even know what it's called, CAL ordinance, CAL ordinance, which states we have a board meeting first Monday of the month. Then we have a CAL meeting the 3rd Monday of the month. So here it is, we create things which is more beneficial to y'all. That's what y'all just did. So y'all created a CAL meeting because y'all was trying to pass legislation without actually going through the proper channels of the law. The law is set as forth as relates to ordinance. And residents, if you're watching this, you can FOIA it so you have the information so you can see what I'm stating as relates to them creating something that we didn't have just to pass what they want. My next thing is, I just want everybody to know that y'all know I'm a fighter. Y'all know that I'm gonna fight to the bitter end, that I've done nothing but great things once again, and I'm gonna keep saying that because I have. Residents are disappointed in the Board of Trustees as it relates to this attack, as it relates to a recall. So I want y'all to know that, and I'm gonna read this into record. Clerk P, I have serious concerns regarding the legality of the resolutions here tonight. I have questioned the constitutionality of the actions proposed by the board and have requested that the village attorneys provide a legal opinion. Former village officials have been sued because they have been sued before regarding the same issue, which I stated in my speech before, trying to recall an elected official without following the law or proper procedures. Lastly, the question presented as not in proper form, which requires a single and simple question. So that's for the record as relates to my statement for the referendum questions. And I still think you guys should have a special board meeting for just that agenda item. Y'all shouldn't put all the other items on the agenda because that's what y'all did, because we do have a long day. And then as it relates to our staff, for that special meeting that y'all requested for Wednesday at 10 a.m., they do work. Y'all do know they run the village. They run the day-to-day operation. So I don't see how y'all feel that they will be able to attend y'all special board meeting on Wednesday at 10 a.m. So y'all didn't take any of those things in consideration, and I think you should, because we still gotta produce services for our residents. So push it back to 6 o'clock so that people can get out work, that work 9 to 5s, and our staff here can participate in our board meeting. So with that being said, I missed one person. Trustee Holmes.
I would like to say something.
Okay, let me get Trustee Holmes and I'll say something to you, and then I would like to start our meeting. The 6:30, it's 6:50. Trustee Holmes, if you like, give your opinion of the 3 referendum questions on the ballot. What's your stance on what they're trying to do here now as trustees?
My opinion, I came up short, but I'm gonna support everyone that has a seat, including yourself and the trustees. I'm not supporting this because I can't see it was the residents' choice to elect who they wanted in the seat. So it's the residents' voice, whether they want you, me, and any trustee or any clerk in any of these seats. I'm not in support of taking the clerk's seat, the trustee's seat, or neither the mayor's seat. I'll leave that up to our residents. But as of now, I'm not in support of it. I can't see me doing harm, and we got enough knowledge on this board and on this committee to do what we have to do to move this board forward. As for every trustee that's on the board, they have enough knowledge, and I trust their knowledge of moving it forward, and I trust every elected official of moving this village forward. And if we come together, we can do this. So I'm not in support of it.
All right, Rob, thank you for.
May I have a comment, if I may?
Okay, one second, trustee. I thank you for your comment and not running or shying away from the referendum questions. Thank you for your support. And I totally agree with your statement you made, which I said in my speech a few minutes ago. Before I go to you, because I don't want Trustee Steve to think I'm not coming to him. Trustee Steve, go ahead. You got the floor.
I think that long speech or whatever you gave really proves the point. The great things that you did have done since you've been elected, you did not do them by yourself. And you have to be an inclusive leader. You know that. All I heard is I like you voted on that stuff yourself. So I think your reading her feelings and all this low level talk, it just proves our point that you can't keep operating like this. This is on you. This is your leadership. And if you can't look at yourself as a leader, let's do a retreat. I responded to the retreat. We can still do the retreat. But if you can't look at yourself as a leader and it's all our fault and y'all, I, man, if you can't look at yourself, that's on you. But I know this is what you like to do. You like to debate, argue, and like Trustee House said, so we get into a back and forth. No, it's not necessary. Residents, if you, for one, you don't read comments. So it's not open. It's not like we got citizens address. So residents, If you really want to talk to the trustees, express your concern. We have tea with the trustees this Saturday. Please come out. Please give us your honest opinion. Please give us, it's this Saturday at 9:30 if you want to give or talk to the trustees about what's going on. Because there's legitimate concerns. Like, there's been murders that nobody knows about. There's been shooting that nobody knows about. So maybe we should go Facebook Live like a former trustee do and go Facebook Live from every shooting and say, look, residents, there's another shooting nobody knows about. The direction of this village is off. I'm not saying it can't come back. I'm not saying I'm not open for it to come back. But the direction it's going in is wrong as 5 left feet. And it starts with the leader. And I don't want to get into a back and forth. You call me, I pick up the phone. So reach out to us. Reach out to all the trustees. You don't call the trustees. It's not on us to call you. You're the leader. You reach out to the board. You keep on saying my board, like we belong to you or like we employed by you. That is the worst language that has. And I know mentors around you told you, this is not my board. This is the board of trustees. We all got elected just like you. And you said you got a base, a lot of between all 6 of us, 5, we got a base too. So you got to redirect your language. You got to redirect your thinking. I'm not saying I'm opposed to sitting down to try to reconcile. But right now the direction is going. It's just wrong. So that's what I'm saying. So I know when I'm done, you go back and forth and take all the personal shots. And you trustees still, you didn't do that's childish, man. We got to get mature. Like I said before, if you don't start maturing in your leadership has lost 5 trustees. Your leadership has caused lost people who ran with you. Jason House is one of the most even-minded people that we all know. And Jason House, you lost Jason House. That's on us? No, that's on you, Mayor. So you got to be able to look at yourself. And again, I'll put this out there to the public and to the mayor, to the trustees. I'm still open to sit down and talk. We need to do that retreat. I'm open for it. We need to do that retreat because it's not all the way gone. Nothing's impossible. Nothing it can still be brought back. But if you cannot look at yourself and then we is not in your vocabulary. It is my, I do this, I did this, I did this. And then you wonder why we at odds like that. So you gotta look at yourself, sister. That's it.
Okay. So as it relates to a couple of statements you made, when there's a shooting or murders or anything in town, everyone knows about it. So I don't know why you keep saying no one knows about it. You know the police chief phone number. You guys talk to him on a regular. So I don't understand why you even would make a statement like that. And I know y'all don't want to hear me make up or say anything to you guys as relates to your comments. But when y'all make a comment, I'm gonna clear it up for the record. This is for discussion purposes. This is what this is. So for you to think that it would just be quick, okay, we're gonna say this and we ain't gonna say nothing. We're gonna go back and forth as it relates to discussion. That's what this is for. So you feel some type of way, I feel some type of way. So we both gonna go back and forth till we make sure that everyone understands our positioning of this. And as it relates to being childish, I'm nowhere near challenged. This right here is challenged. What your guys are doing as relates to a recall. Like I said, never recall anyone's seat. I can do the same thing y'all doing and say, well, let's recall the board of trustees seats because I don't like what they're doing or I don't like whatever. But it's not about us. That's what I'm trying to make you all see. It's not about us as trustees or mayor or clerk. It's about the people. Y'all didn't ask the people what they wanted to do. Y'all asked each other, meaning y'all, the board of trustees, feel that I should be recalled and not give it to the people. You guys sat here and hurried up and did a actual board meeting for Wednesday because you want to vote it into record. If you're going to do that, then wait. Go let the people speak at your tea with the trustees and I'll show up. How about that? If you really want to mend something, but you don't. You guys haven't asked me to come out if you, again, want to mend something. Don't, when y'all speak, y'all talk about the trustees, tea with the trustees or the trustees doing this. You don't hear me bickering or saying, oh, wow, I'm not included. Again, I could care less. I got my own stuff that I do, meaning my own calendar. Just like y'all have your own stuff that y'all do. I'm doing the same thing that I was doing when I was a trustee. Ed, you know, out of all the people, I did my own thing as a trustee. Now, in the beginning, when we was all together, I added all y'all on every flyer. And then when y'all didn't show up to stuff or stop coming, you guys was removed off the flyers of the events that I was doing because I was putting my own energy into it. Now, if you guys would have kept coming, it said all of us in the beginning. I never like slighted any of you because you keep saying I'm not saying we, or I don't include y'all. Y'all was. It was all a group. But then somehow, some way, it went left. You guys were doing y'all own thing. I was doing my own thing. And all I kept saying is, why don't we bring it together? Why don't we do events together? You guys are welcome to come to any event I have, but y'all choose not to show up. So who fault is that? It's not mine. You keep saying people flip or people change, and that relates to me calling y'all. I called all of y'all. So for the record, stop saying I could call y'all, because I do. I call y'all when a murder happened. The only person that picks up for me, the only person, is Trustee Holmes. So when you keep saying it's a secret, it's not. Me and him talk on a regular. We talk about whatever murders or anything that happens in this town, anything that's coming up that needs to be fixed or addressed. I talk to him literally every other day. But my board of trustees, I call all of y'all. Y'all won't even do the courtesy of just calling me back. So obviously that means that y'all don't want the information. So then y'all put it on me because I'm the head and say, well, Mayor, it's your fault. It's not. When I got people, when you say child is acting childish towards me and not even picking up my phone call or even responding or saying, Mayor, let's meet so we can go over X, Y, Z. We don't do things together. And that's what the problem is. Me as a mayor, I'm only going to reach out so much before I see that people's not willing to talk or do anything. I'm not going to keep on calling. And I've called 8 million times. We reached out to different people that have called y'all and told y'all I've reached out. So once it gets to that point and I need a middle person to reach out to y'all, to call y'all, what's the point? Because obviously it shows me that you guys don't want to fix anything. And who puts up their own money for a retreat if they didn't truly want to fix it? So you keep saying you want to go on a retreat now. You're saying that now, trustees, but before, when I actually put this out there, before it even got to this point, nobody wanted to go. The only person that did respond, I will say, was House. Everyone else, no one responded. No one wanted to go on a retreat. And it was my money that I was spending. I didn't use the taxpayer dollars. I didn't do any of that. But again, everybody wants to move how they want to move. But all I'm saying to everyone here today, because you keep saying I say I. When I get my reports, I'm talking about the mayor. It's the mayor's report. So I'm speaking to what I've done. As relates to we, yes, when we do stuff, Tiffany give credit when credit's due, when we do stuff. But right now, we don't do anything together as it relates to the board of trustees and the mayor. The trustees, again, does their own thing, and the mayor does her own thing. That's how it's been structured lately. Y'all don't come to anything. Y'all haven't been to anything. So think about it. When are we ever going to have some things where it's a unity thing, which the people begged us for when we ran for office? We ran on strictly dream team and straight up unity. We don't have none of it because everybody wants to have their own little say so. It's like too many chiefs and not enough Indians. I am y'all leader, regardless y'all like it or not. So for y'all to think or want to recall me, I should do the same to you guys, but I'm not about that. I'm not going to waste taxpayer resources to recall trustees, because at the end of the day, I feel, and it is illegal to recall anyone's seat. Because if that's the case, don't y'all think they have been doing it all across the state? Don't y'all think they would have got rid of Trump? They try to recall him. He bigger than me. So all I'm saying to you is that sometimes pause, think, don't follow because it's popular. Sometimes you have to sit back and say, man, do I really want to support this, this whatever y'all do? And the answer would be no, because right now I just don't think that's right or fair. And y'all should have took it to the people before trying to initiate anything like this. So with that being said, heard everybody. I thank y'all. I want to go on to the next meeting. I know this is a separate Zoom. Anybody else?
Mayor, I have a
you got
comment.
everybody and everything?
Mayor, I have a comment.
7 o'clock. Yep, go ahead.
Well, I mean, so much said. A few points when we talk about the resources and why this special meeting was called and everything else. Many of these things were communicated, and I prefer, because we get in these meetings and it becomes a show. And things are said, okay, we do this, we do that. Then when the meeting is over with, a whole different action happens, which is why I try to make sure we have something through email documented. And I'm saying that we talk about approving payment for certain items. They don't get paid. We talk, it is so many behind the scenes things that when we come in here, it's, I wouldn't do that. I've done nothing wrong. Well, no criminal admits that I've done a crime. And I'm not trying to, that might be the wrong analogy because I'm not saying this is criminal, but I am saying that nobody just comes right out and says, I'm steering this in the totally wrong direction. There's always going to be a defense for it. And my statements that I've been making are not specific to events at a flyer. But I would challenge you to show me some of the events that have been put on that have the trustees' names on it, because I haven't seen it. But my overall concern that I started off with was the direction of the village. I believe that this measure or this effort is an absolute last resort. I think it's a horrible thing to have to consider. It was horrible for me to have to consider. It's horrible to push forward with. And if there's a path other than this, that's what I would hope we would be talking about. But it has to be something different than, okay, well, we just have to sit down, meet, keep talking, because we've tried many different measures. This for me is a last resort. It's not a desire. It's not a want. It's not about who wrote in or whose tickets. We did talk to residents. A group of residents came out to tea with the trustees. A group of residents came out asking for a resignation. Residents are frustrated as well. So you mentioned that residents are not happy with the board, and that's very true. I heard some that are unhappy with the board, and I've heard many that are unhappy with the direction of the town. So if we want to talk about how do we fix this to avoid this measure, that's probably the conversation that we should be having. When it comes to this meeting and the next meeting, the reason that this was put up for vote on properly, Trustee Belcher submitted it, and it was not allowed to go on the board meeting. I sent in through email, hey, let's fix that. The administrator responded back. She said that Attorney Vaselli would call me. He did. We spoke, and the conclusion of speaking with Attorney Vaselli, we will call a special committee of the whole in order to follow the guideline, the same ordinance that you're talking about, so we can be in compliance, and then put it on the regular board meeting. After having that conversation, it still was not added to this agenda. All these things we're talking about, or that we had to call the special meeting for, is because there was a refusal of this administration to follow up and put the things on the regular scheduled board meeting. We don't want to have to call it extra meeting. As a way, it's a drain on village time, it's a drain on our time. So I guess those are the points I wanted to get out. So we put all the same things on the agenda for Wednesday meeting because we needed to properly include the thing that we already put, this referendum, which was already submitted, that should have been on tonight's meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Trustee House, you've been a trustee for 4 years, so you're the senior trustee. You guys did not properly put anything on the agenda as relates to Wednesday's board meeting. And you've been financing and keep continuing to not want to pay the bills to go to another meeting when you know the residents are already, how can I say it, under the impression that we have a board meeting the first and the third board meeting of every month, third Monday. When you did that for Wednesday, why didn't you just put the one item that you felt wasn't added or anything onto the agenda only for Wednesday? Why would you make residents, department heads, and also us board members have to sit through a 2-3 hour meeting, because you know it takes that long at time, gotta go through reports, gotta go through everything on Wednesday at 10 a.m. And you guys, especially Ed, Steve, and yourself, was always adamant of the residents need to know. The residents need to know. We need to get them some more time. Let's table this. Let's move this over here. You guys have been so adamant about that. But now, right now, today, you guys can have that same energy of letting the residents know. Let them hear about it. You guys are pushing your agenda, and that's why I keep saying your agenda, and having this as a discussion. And you guys know we have a board meeting at 6:30 that the resident could easily chime in on this. And then also, if you're gonna do it, you could have did it in the form of a town hall meeting and let the residents spoke. But we didn't do that because you guys' agenda is to hurry up and push this. And that's why you scheduled it at 10 a.m. instead of 6 p.m. It should have been at 6 p.m. And I keep trying to remind you for months that you guys, or what you, trustee house, sent the ordinance saying to please follow the committee of the whole, which is held the third Wednesday or third Monday of every month. And we have actually been doing that. So now to get to this point, it's not a cow meeting. It's actually the holidays. We're all supposed to be drinking eggnog and singing cheers. But here we are talking about a recall right before the holidays. So all I'm saying to you guys is you still should reconsider that. And if that's so desperately your position to still have this, still call it so the people can actually chime in to what they want. Yeah, it's people that don't see eye to eye with the mayor. It's people that don't see eye to eye with the trustees. But everyone got their own little, I call them hate groups or whatever you want to call them, or dislike for each one of our groups. But at the same time, that's not the people. That's partial. That's 5 people, literally 5 people. But if you guys walk the streets like I do, and y'all know I'm a beast when it comes to them streets, I go door knocking, literally, always. So if I'm on the street and I'm talking to people and I'm telling you what they're saying, call a meeting, call a town hall meeting, so that y'all hear from the people that I'm at the doors at and what they're saying, instead of you guys just following your own agenda. So I'm still, again, advising you guys to reconsider, go a different direction with that, and hear from the people first before you guys actually put referendum questions like this on the ballot. So that's my stance. And then the time from 10 a.m. Charge from 10 a.m. to 6:30 like we've been doing, so people can have time to chime in to what you guys are trying to create. And then also I saw too on you guys' agenda, you put all the old things as new business. All the old things are old business first and then new business. So I don't know if that's a mistake on the trustees, or did Clerk Key make the agenda for you? So again, just about structure. And like I keep saying, when you know better, you do better. And that's why I always say, educate yourself, just like I have to educate myself on whatever comes up. And half the time when I tell y'all that, everybody getting their feelings about it. But it's mistakes been made on you guys too. Some of you have never, ever, ever, ever been a trustee. So when you get in those positions, you have to learn that position. And unfortunately, everyone's position is trial and error. No one's going to be perfect in the beginning. Nothing's going to be perfect as relates to your job, especially the first 90 days. So that's why when I talk about me, Tiffany, myself, I'm talking about my actions, things that I've done in the village, because it's me that has to stand on anything that happens, not anyone else. So of course I couldn't have done it with my team. I always speak of my team, always give accolades to them, because they helped me be the woman I am today. They helped me with my strength and actually moving the village forward and getting agendas together, making sure residents are getting customer service things answered, things like that. So I really, really appreciate them for that. As it relates to my board, it is a disconnect. And again, I just wish we would have got on one accord better than what we at now. So I think that is all I have. So I would like to go to the next meeting. I'm gonna leave it where it's at, so everyone in agreement with moving forward. So if you could, Clerk Key, can you call the roll as it relates to moving forward with the 3 referendum questions to the next agenda, which is Wednesday?
Okay, go ahead.
Trustee.
Oh, sure. Trustee Steve. Trustee Steve.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
No.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Motion passed to move forward.
Okay. All right. So residents, just so you understand what just happened, we just had a CAL meeting so that we can move 3 referendum questions to the next meeting, which is Wednesday. I don't know the date. Wednesday the 8th at 10 a.m. The Board of Trustees will do a formal vote to approve this discussion as relates to the recall of myself and not them. I urge you residents to reach out to trustees as relates to what they're doing, because it is about to cost us money, because we will fight. I guarantee it. I won't just sit here and allow them to keep spending money the way they are without letting you guys see and know what's going on. I don't appreciate anyone trying to take someone's seat and they haven't done anything wrong. People can be upset or in their feelings about the direction you're going or how you handle it, but God put you in a seat for a reason. And I do believe this too shall pass. So I'm ready for whatever comes with it. Just know y'all bring y'all A game when y'all come for me, because I didn't come for anybody. But now I'll show everybody like what it means to be mayor and what it takes to stand strong in the fight. Now we have citizens address, and then we have a board meeting, which is on another Zoom. If you are watching these residents, it been started at 6:30 or 7:12 now. Is it you, Ed, doing citizens address? You got any questions? Or who's doing citizens address for you guys?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead.
Excuse me.
Hold on. Where's the manners? I'm going through the questions. When will we resume in-person board meetings? Just to answer, we don't know. We don't know when we're going to. I can answer that question. I don't know. The second question is, when will there be updates on crime in the village? Example, the Walgreens attempted robbery, shots fired, shooting Saturdays at Menards parking lot. When will the trustees allow the citizens address questions to be read? So we're reading them now. Does the mayor decide which data to be released in response to FOIA requests? That's been a problem that we've been having. A few residents have filed for FOIA requests and they get half information. How will a resident be notified of shootings and criminal activity in the village? It said the shootings occurred at the tree lighting ceremony, from what I heard. Yes, there was a shooting at the tree lighting ceremony.
Trustee, we don't comment so that they get the right information. Chief can comment to anybody's questions. So if you could just read them into record, that would be great.
Okay, well, I hope they will let the residents know the shootings that are happening, since that was a big thing that you were a big proponent of as a trustee.
I'm definitely huge on public safety, big time.
I'm not public safety, communication, letting the residents know that there has been shootings and stuff like that. We shouldn't be finding out through Facebook.
The residents do know, but could you continue with the question so we can get to the next meeting, please?
She moved, she's attacking that. Questions. A lot of statements. Again, I would love for the residents who are making these comments and making these very strong comments come out to the tea with the trustees. And of course, Mayor, you are invited to the tea with the trustees. Come out.
Oh, y'all invite me now? I don't get invited ever. Oh, okay, that's funny.
Yeah. But hey, maybe I'll put since you. No, I ain't gonna say that. Doesn't know how.
Any more questions, trustee? So we can go to the next one.
I'm still going. Hold on. I think there are a lot of statements on here are very clear about and these are residents. Sometimes I know we've said that people in the comments don't live here, but some of these statements are very, very strong.
Most of them don't live here. You know that. Just like I know. You get people that do dummy accounts, they troll, They from the outside world, don't live in the state, all kinds of stuff. But any more questions?
Hold on. Address gunshots heard heavily throughout the community. I don't feel safe. The news of the happenings generally come from the citizens or the neighborhoods not the village. That was a statement. Residents, do you know about the shooting of the crime in the village? Who do you think is calling the police chief to ask about the neighborhood crime? That was a question. Why does Chief Collins know? I'm almost there. Why is this meeting not on the Village of Dolton YouTube channel? This is the Dolton Trustees YouTube channel. We didn't get the initial, we didn't get the link, or I created the Zoom link and everything for this, because if we didn't, we wouldn't have got it.
And that's not true, trustee, because it was scheduled for when we had our actual meeting. Your meeting was before our meeting. So that way you would have got the same crowd that watches our 6:30 board meeting.
Hold on, I'm almost there. Question to the mayor: what blocks is she knocking on? What blocks is she knocking on doors? That was a question. I'm just trying to read the questions, not the statements. And
Okay,
that is
trustee.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna say let's go to our next meeting because they still are waiting on that Zoom. Okay, is there a motion to, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Okay, a second?
Second.
Okay, Clerk Key, can you call the roll?
Sorry, guys. Trustee Holmes,
Aye.
Trustee
Yeah,
Norwood,
adjourn this one.
Aye.
Trustee Stevens,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher,
Aye.
Trustee House,
Aye.
and Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 7:20 p.m.
All right, thank you.